You were at LeaderCast as an exhibitor, right? You had set up there.
Yeah, we did. So we were out there being able to tell people our story, get a chance to really mingle and explain exactly what we do.
Yeah, and we did actually a stand-up interview there with you. So this is the sequel.
Yeah, and this is going to be a spotlight.
I'm telling you, right? Yeah. And that's what he said today. So I was so excited and enthralled by what you're doing, your mission, your sense of humor. I mean, you got the everything going on, and your product and the good work that you're doing. And I said, let's have you in the studio and continue that conversation. So before we jump into dributts, which you're here, that's your company, the foundation, and so forth. A little bit of backstory about yourself prior to this current venture.
Yeah. So I actually have been in the ministry for about 21 years.
Okay.
Started as a youth pastor, back in the day when I was in college.
Right.
That was a fun thing. A 19-year-old trying to do students, in which kind of got fired from that job, and then kept on going. I was actually in the military.
Okay.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Hey, thank you. I was at 82nd Airborne over in Bragg. Did a tour in Bosnia.
Wow.
Did about almost a year, about 11 months. Came back and continued to just find my mission. And honestly, that tour in Bosnia was a big part of my story. And the reason why is because I believe, me personally, that God places you in situations for reasons and purposes. And that was my first sight of what poverty looked like. Never seen it before. And so when I was there, I specifically was able to see, what does extreme poverty look like? And so I was able to do that. Ended up actually giving a lot of our MREs and water away out of the back of the vehicles.
Oh wow!
Got in trouble a lot for that.
Really?
But the thing is we always have a question we have to answer.
Yeah.
When I have a problem or I see a need, am I willing to do what it takes to take care of it?
To step up, yeah.
Yeah.
Native Atlanta or?
No, I was raised in Florida. In a town called Leesburg, and
Are you kidding me?
No, man.
It's the same town I grew up in.
In Leesburg.
Leesburg, yeah. I usually say near Orlando.
Yeah, man. I graduated from Leesburg High School.
Wow.
Back in '94.
That's a trip. It's such a small town. My brother went to high school there. I had left prior to high school, but because I was kicked out. But no.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to talk after the show.
Yeah,
I had no
man.
idea. Yeah. All right, so now let's kind of fast forward. So you're the founder and lead storyteller of dributts, and we're going to hear obviously a lot of conversation about that. This is a nonprofit company you created after you invented a diaper for third world countries. This diaper helps stop the spread of disease, save lives around the world. You've developed a unique delivery process that connects individuals to that need through a personalized image. Dributts has received many acknowledgments for innovation, as well as the winner of the idea competition at Plywood Presents. Now, that's not the plywood diaper. That's a kind of a tough diaper, right?
Plywood People, right? With Jeff Schoenberger,
yeah,
my buddy.
Yeah. What a great guy, and really they gave me my first shot.
Outstanding.
I was able to present that at the Plywood Presents, and it's coming up actually in August.
Okay.
It's a great conference, and I was there a couple of years ago, presented it, and we won the competition. Won $5,000.
Wow.
And my wife looked at each other and said, hey, let's give it 6 months.
Yeah.
See if it works.
And it's been working ever since.
And I don't want to stick something on a child's hiney and then all of a sudden create diaper rash.
Right.
That's not what we want. So it has to be breathable.
And it looks like you have a sample right here
I do.
in the studio as well. So this is a prototype, or is this the actual? Talk to us about the features here. Demonstrate that here.
Yeah. So this is the actual diaper. Now
Okay.
we've actually already have over 5,000 of these on the ground.
Wow.
So what I did was.
So this is a working model, obviously. Yeah. That's in use.
This has not been used.
That's good. Yeah.
However, this will be used at one point.
Yeah.
This will be on a child's butt in the next
Okay.
probably month.
All right.
So what we did is we used two parts.
Two components.
Yeah, two components of this diaper. First is the outer shell, and the outer shell is made out of 92% polyester, 8% spandex, And the reason why we did that is so it doesn't rip easy. It actually has a lot of give to it, and it's very breathable.
Then you don't have as many sizes to accommodate as well.
You can adjust it. Now you can tell there is a lot of snaps on this thing.
Right.
And the reason why there's so many snaps is because it actually will fit a child from 0 all the way to about 3 years of age.
Wow.
So it will adjust all the way down to a small little baby.
Right.
It's called a riser snap. And then it has a main snap that it goes through, and you just will connect it all together.
That's brilliant.
So that's the big part of the design.
I wish I'd had those for my daughters. Serious. We did the cloth diaper.
Yeah, you have 4 daughters.
Yeah.
I mean, we did the cloth diaper thing with the, the
Yeah.
pans and all that, and washed them. And
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we weren't in a third world country.
Like he was saying, you guys have washers and dryers. Yeah,
that's great, man.
And actually, in just a minute, I'll talk about a journey that some people can go on with us with that. There's some things that we're going to be doing.
And now talk to me about the second component.
Yeah.
We have this on video here so people can kind of...
Yeah, so this is real unique. What we're using here is bamboo. So this is
Really?
Yeah, so this is bamboo fabric.
Let me feel...
It's and the reason why we decided bamboo fabric is because it's highly absorbent and it's actually antimicrobial, so it fights literally will fight bacteria, and it still dries fast, and it also has a high pressure point. So basically, what that means is that when a child goes back and sits back down on it, it's not going to go back up.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And so, but then all they have to do is twist it and begin to get it out. And so, a mom basically would take this into a bucket of soap and water.
Right.
She'll wash it. In an ideal world, she'd have hot water.
Right, yeah.
Let's be real.
Right, yeah.
They may have hot water because it's 120-degree weather.
Yeah.
So it may get hot
Yeah,
pretty
right, yeah.
quickly. But you wash it with soap and water. They wring it out, stick it up on a clothesline. This dries in 25 minutes. The outer shell dries in 25 minutes. The inside shell dries in about 45.
Right.
So we try to give 3 inserts when we can, and then all they do is just rotate.
Swap them out, yeah.
Yeah. And the main reason why this is such a big deal for us is because 2,195 children, according to the CDC here in Atlanta, will die daily from fecal and diarrhea.
Daily.
2,195. And that number I'm not okay with.
Right, yeah.
And so our journey is to partner with as many water filter companies so we can get filtered water. But more importantly, our overall goal is to help and educate moms of how to use a diaper that can literally save their children's lives.
Wow.
And so with these diapers, we're about 3 things. We're about education, leadership, and product. So we know that product is not the end all. You can throw a product at a problem and they're going to wear it on their heads and run around.
Right, yeah.
That ain't going to solve everything.
Yeah.
So what we do is we provide product, but more importantly, we provide leadership in every community that we're in. Leadership is critical to what we do. And then of course we provide education, and we teach. And every child that gets diapers also gets a coloring book that's made in Creole or Spanish or whatever it is, and it teaches them hygiene.
Wow.
Teaches them why we need diapers, why they need to make sure that they clean. Because if you can change your habits, you can change your generation.
Sure. Walk us through when you come into a new area, what's kind of the process from as short as possible, kind of beginning to end? You know, how many folks on the ground? How many diapers can you provide for the community? What are the costs? Where do those monies come from?
Yeah.
Give us or tell us a story of a locale you went into in terms of distribution and so forth.
Definitely, yeah. Okay, so we just went into an area called Leogam, Haiti, and in Leogam, we basically set it up where I have 3 leaders on the ground, 1 main leader, and we go in and we begin the conversation months before we go in.
Okay.
And we basically say, hey, we have this many donors and we need to put this many diapers out. From that point, what they will do is they'll go out and they'll find leaders in the community where we will partner with. We actually will pay them. We believe in trying to help employ people while we're doing this too. And so everyone that works for us does get something. Sometimes it's rice and beans. Sometimes it's diapers. Sometimes it's money. So we'll always adjust that according to what we feel like is appropriate. Then as we go in, we will tell them, hey, we need this, and by the time we show up, we need a list of everyone. We need to know what area they're from, and we need to be able to locate them again. And then once that process is going, we show up on the ground with usually about 1,000 diapers.
Okay.
And once we show up with that many diapers, we'll then begin the process of setting up the distribution. And when we show up, the moms are all there with their babies, And that's real critical, if I can just mention that real fast. We actually ask moms to bring their children. And here's the reason why. It's because in a third world country, it'd be really easy to fake that. It'd be really easy to say,
Yeah.
hey, I got 5 kids, I need,
Right, yeah.
that type of stuff. And so
Okay.
we actually want to see the babies.
Sure.
We want to be able to hug. We want to be able to love on. We want to be able to put the diapers on the child to
Right.
show them how to do it correctly.
Sure.
And we also are, every diaper that we put out right now are all donated. So we are responsible to our donors.
Right, exactly.
So I want to make sure that when we give diapers, that we're actually giving them to people that are going to use them.
And so age groups, infant to 3-year?
Yeah, infant to 3-year-old is basically what we do, and then we take a picture of every mom and baby, and then we send it back to the donors and we call them dributts family. So everybody who's a part of our dributts family will get a picture back of the child and mom that they helped.
In regards to that, and us being on the Pro Business channel,
Yeah, it's majority. It's going to be individuals right now. We are trying to partner with more businesses, and there's a lot of churches that are involved in this that use it as their mission project,
Yeah.
like either with their VBS or they'll do a campaign for us, like a diaper day or stuff like that. But we really do want to partner with businesses, and from everything to. We can take your group on the ground to you can stuff diapers for us.
the leadership piece, and as far as the experience, the team building, I've been a part of had companies that would go and we would share in an opportunity like Project Open Hands or whatnot, and that brings great camaraderie, but it also brings that give back. And
Yeah.
I think NPOs, I mean, when you say churches, they're a nonprofit as well. Sometimes,
Yeah.
trying to support each other can be difficult, but the businesses, they're looking for causes like this
Yeah.
to support.
Well, we would love to be the social responsibility campaign for many businesses.
Sounds like a show.
We would. We
Sounds
would
like
enjoy
I'm on
that.
board, yeah.
Hey,
Immediately following this show, yeah.
And here's something real important, because we talked about me being a part of church and that we involved with church. But here's something that's important: that we're actually a public nonprofit. We're not a religious organization.
not denominational.
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
We're ran by Christians, and I am a Christian and I'm a believer. But we don't push my faith on anybody. We don't push my faith on anybody that goes on our trips with us. What we try to do is we try to focus on the goal.
Yeah.
And the goal is to save some babies' lives
Yeah.
by simply using a product with leadership and with education. And if we can do that together, we believe we can change a lot.
That's
of people.
foundational
Yeah.
and speaking.
Yeah.
And speaking of the foundation of this,
Have went through Indiegogo, and
Okay.
we raised around $25,000.
Right.
And it worked well. That was great to get us started.
Sure.
But there's, as you know, with a company, you need a lot more than that,
Oh, yeah.
and continue pushing through. The cost of the diapers, and we didn't mention that yet.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Are $15 a diaper. We give them out in 2s, which is $30,
Right.
and that will last a family for over 2 years.
wow.
So one donation lasts for over 2 years.
Dude.
Also, we feed every child. We of course, because of our faith, we pray with the families.
Right.
And then also, we connect with other organizations like there's a company called Vitamin Angel, The Shoe That Grows, other things like that will actually have an added value onto your donation, because you opened the door for that family to get a diaper. Now more things are going in to change their lives. So our long-term goal is to get 10,000 diapers this year
Okay.
sent out to change 5,000 families' lives is our goal.
Wow.
We're about halfway there. We're at around 5,000 diapers this year. And our goal is to get more corporate sponsorship, to get more churches involved, more people to be involved in it.
Who would be on your short list in that wheelhouse of what's you feel is a good alignment for a company?
Man, I think anybody who
Well,
deals
anybody,
with,
sure, that
well,
would
yeah,
actually
anybody who
check,
deals
but-
with sanitation,
Okay.
man, plumbers to toilet companies to
Yeah.
anybody who
That
deals
makes
with
sense,
daycares,
Or the eco-friendly companies.
yeah,
And, right?
green companies,
Right, yeah.
power companies, honestly, any company, but specifically in that area, because we are a green company.
Right.
We're green in the sense of that we're providing a reusable diaper.
Right.
Recyclable, you don't
Yeah.
have to use it much.
Yeah.
And especially, I think it's a no-brainer for anybody that deals with fixtures, with toilets, with anything like that. It's a no-brainer because we work specifically in your area.
Well, what comes to mind is we all know the success of the Tom's shoe story,
Yeah.
right? So I'm thinking, and maybe a think tank here amongst the interns and the folks here in the studio of a company that comes to mind that would, like you said, the toilet manufacturing companies, Delta or the Faucet or the people in that business, in essence, for each widget they buy, I mean, for $30, there's got to be some wiggle room in the profit to say, for each of these you buy, we're going to supply dry butts to a family. And especially when you emphasize that lasts them for what period of time?
Over 2 years.
Over 2 years.
And the only reason why I would
Because
say
a lot of
that,
times it's food, it's a one-off, and it has to be completely, or water,
Yeah.
it has to be completely refurbished or.
A toilet company would be great because every time you sit down,
Every time you flush, whatever, you've helped the family.
And you won't take it for granted as much that you have access to something that a lot of people don't. So
Right.
yeah.
well, and to me, it's just a no-brainer in the sense of we're trying to help people have a better life.
Yeah.
And anybody can put themselves in that shoe to say, hey, for one day, grab your baby,
Right.
a friend's baby, a nephew, niece, whatever it is, and let them go for 1 hour without a diaper in your house.
Right, yeah.
See how safe you feel
Lost, right, yeah.
from bacteria. See
Yeah.
how mad you get because they climb up on the table and poop everywhere.
Yeah,
Anybody can put ourselves in that place because it's just not right. And just because somebody has a different zip code doesn't mean they should have a different quality of life.
Right.
To me, there should be none, and that's why I'm so passionate about this. Well, why in the
Michael,
world?
what are you
dry
doing?
butts? Yeah, why dry butts?
Right,
And the reason why I call it dry butts is because it's simple, dry fit material when we want to cover butts.
Yeah.
And we just did a tour called #StopTheCrap.
See,
And
that's what I'm saying.
it was a thing for us to be able to push forward for people to understand that 2,195.
Stop the crack. Stop
Not the crack.
Yeah.
It would be crack. not
Something,
crack.
but there's a crack involved there too.
There it
Whatever. Yeah,
is.
that's another. Yeah. Stop the crap. And that's not a political slogan or anything. Yeah.
No, not at all. And I'm okay for it to make people feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
because the problem is crap is killing people, and so
Yeah.
I'm okay with being a little bit unpolitical at that point,
Yeah, yeah.
or not in a point where I make people uncomfortable. Because in a sense, I want to make people uncomfortable. I want them to understand that there's something as simple as a stupid diaper
Right.
that can change people. And I didn't know this. I didn't know it, years ago
Yeah, yeah.
that at all. So, but just real quick, we are starting a for-profit line.
Okay.
That would be kind of like the Tom's model.
All right.
We're going to call it. You're going to like this.
All right, here we go.
Little dry butts. So little dry butts will be an opportunity for moms here to be able to buy a dry butts diaper that will be a little bit more waterproof.
Okay.
Because it doesn't have to be as breathable here.
Right.
Controlled environments. That they buy one and give one. So as
Okay.
soon as they buy one, we will send one to a developing
Wow.
country. We're real excited about this because here's a couple stats that are kind of crazy. Just replacing one dry butts diaper in your regiment of diapers
Right.
will save you almost $300 a year. It will reduce your footprint by almost 500 diapers. And for $45, what we're going to sell them for, you will save a life and help change a family over in a developing country.
Right. And if you put aside that 300, you're helping 10 families.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what's important is what we're doing. And so to me it just makes sense. And our goal is to stop the crap. I mean that is our goal. Our goal is to make a huge difference in this world. And so I was going to go with another campaign.
All right. Here's another one. Yeah.
It was going to be called Go Commando, but somehow that one got stuck. And then
Next to whatever. Yeah.
yeah, it could work. Next year
Yeah.
it could be a big campaign.
Yeah. So Michael, it was great having a more in-depth conversation with you, and after following up with meeting you at LeaderCast, tell folks how do they help, and where's the point of contact, and social media, website, all that good stuff.
The best way you can help is to go to our website at dributts.com. It's dributts.com, and you can push the donate button, and you can donate a couple of diapers. Man, just change your lives. We'd love to let us. And let me even say this: let us prove it to you.
Right.
Why don't you donate some diapers and just see if we're real? We'll send you pictures of your family. We'll show you exactly what's going on, and check us out on social media and just watch what we do, because we are the real deal. We do it. We bring trips. Honestly, if there was a company out there that said, "Hey, we want to donate," let's just say 1,000 diapers.
Yeah, exactly.
We will actually take you on the trip and
Wow.
let you put your diapers out.
Wow.
That's how straightforward we are.
Yeah.
We don't play around. We
Right.
believe we want to change lives together. And so if you just go to dributts.com, you can look at all the ways you can get involved. You can donate, And then if you're a person of faith, we would love for you to pray for us.
Oh, well said. And you have your social media on your site there as well. So,
Yep.
all right. Well, we have come to the close of another episode for the Georgia Business Radio.